In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Vellen 3-pack comb system. And I've been using it for about a month now, so I can give you my thoughts and opinions on them and some other foil combs like this one, and I'm going to pop up the next one. What's up, guys? I'm Maureen Moody, and I'm the Curious Stylist, and I want to build your confidence in your career through education and science. So if you're curious, stick around. So if you guys have seen the video that I did on the review of the Vellen comb, that was the first comb that I bought, and I bought that during the pandemic. And I was really conflicted about purchasing that comb at first because I really felt like it took your creativity away, and I just didn't feel like I was an artist, that I didn't have the control. Am I really cheating my guests if I'm taking less time and doing something that is going to be done by a comb? I'll be honest with you. I really hate the monotony of weaving out the sections for the highlights, especially baby lights. But after working with this particular product for a couple of months now and really testing it out, I decided that no, I'm not. I guess what I'm trying to say is, for about 15 to 20 years, I have used a brush just like this on everybody for everything. We used it for foils. We used it for touch-ups. We used it for double processes. Everything we did with just this plain brush. And it was just fine until Formar came out. And Formar came out with all these different kinds of brushes. And then, of course, the 0 time system, which I absolutely love. So all these tools that we use, and we use these, I use this brush for highlights. I use this one for my foliages and when I work with Blondie. I use this brush when I am doing balayages. So why is it that I'm okay with using 15 million brushes? I don't feel like less of an artist. But when I pick up this comb right here, which I absolutely love this comb. I have 3 of them and I have one stored so I won't lose it because that's how much I love this comb. But why is it do I feel that when I'm not weaving the patterns myself, I'm not quite as good of an artist? These combs give you such a nice fine weave when you are working with them that I just don't really love the monotonous, like, it takes time. And when I'm using my foil board, which I love my foil board, that is the one thing like this year that I find is like one of the best tools that I decided to adopt, and it has really upped my foil game. So if you have not tried a foil board, I highly suggest Ashlee Norman's foil boards. They are amazing. I really love her Baby Lights board, and I want to get the extra long one, but I haven't yet. But those boards are top notch, and yeah, I definitely stand behind that. So, like I was saying, this can tend to have, you know, it gives you a very nice weave without having to work too hard. So let's get into it. This is the widest sectioning weave that they have. I really like this comb. I use it in the back, and when I use it, I would say that the sections that I'm taking are about 1/4 of an inch. So you can see they're a little bit thicker, and that's so that when I put my finger through, and you can see there's our chunkier pieces. So that is the chunkiest comb, and I tend to use that in the back. In this section, you get to see a bird's eye view of what the weaves look like and how big they are. I really like this comb. I also use these chunkier weaves for baby low lights because the chunkiest comb is not super chunky still. It's perfect for when you're doing baby lights and you want that soft low light in there. So the next comb that I'm looking at is the light blue one. That is the medium weave comb. So with the medium weave comb, I am able to take out, so if I'm using 1/4 of an inch, this time I'm going to use 1/8 of an inch. I really want it to be fine. It does give a nice soft weave, and you don't need quite as much hair. Okay, now this is the finest comb right over there. You can see the finest sections. This is what really got me thinking to start using these particular combs, is because I really hated doing those micro weaves, and it's kind of pointless in my opinion. And with this comb, it takes that time away that you have to waste weaving those sections out. I don't see any difference in using these combs and weaving, doing all that monotonous weaving. I've been using these for months now, and I love the effect that the tiny weaves get from that little green comb. I'm really happy with this system. It has really helped me to gain a lot more time behind the chair. I'm using that foil board, like I said, so it does slow me down a little bit, but I really think by using these combs, I've been able to regain my time. Can you do me a favor? If you are finding value in this content, please smash the like button and subscribe. I make weekly videos. These combs were originally used for teasing. You can use them to tease the sections up to disperse the hair even more finely, which is very fun. Especially if you're just taking slices, you don't have to grab another comb. This is the comb with the variegated weave pattern. This comb has adjustable teeth for your desired weave. I'm left-handed, so when I pick it up, I go to the left with it. So I'm gonna pick that section up. As you can see, I'm gonna hold the hair really nice and taut, and because I'm left-handed, I'm gonna go in, and I'm gonna pull the hair to the left. Now my girlfriend's a little more awkward with this, so she is not holding it quite as taut as you need it to be, but she's going to pick up a nice decent section here. She's going to pull that hair out, and she's going to swing to the right so that the hair gets picked up and it weaves it out. So if she had pulled it a little bit more tautly, she would have been able to section it out a little bit more clean. But that is how you use that comb. If you're left-handed, you're going to go to the left, and if you're right, you're going to go to the right. Now, I'm really enjoying these wide teeth weaving combs. They have a lot of uses. As you can see, I'm using it to actually back comb. I find the wide tooth comb to be fantastic for when I'm doing foliages. I've been using it a lot for that when I want those big, fat, chunky pieces on the side of the head that just look beautiful when they're cascading down through the hair. Because I don't want a strong tease, I find it to be perfect for those big pieces on the side that I want for when I'm doing a foliage. This is also a go-to comb for me for low lights. It is an amazing low light comb. I love the effect that it gives when I am doing my low lights. It is nice and thick, and it shows up. And of course you can take as thin or as thick of the sections that you want, but it makes a nice chunky piece. After doing this for so many years, it has been fun to be working with these weaving combs. It has brought a new creativity in the way I look at things. And it is always fun to try things that maybe before you would have discounted and see if it works for you or not. Are these combs going to replace our regular foil combs? No, I still want to go to them all the time. But isn't it fun to try new things? It's not going to hurt anything. And I've been working with these for months, and I really love the results. I'm going to pop some pictures of foils and foliages and everything that I have used with this. I'm going to be doing a foliage tutorial using these weaving combs to demonstrate how they work. If you want to know my basic balayage video, I'm going to link that at the end card, or no.